All right, let's move on to our final game of the show. Thank you guys for rolling with us here. NCAA football opening lines, early leans, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, Mountain West action. San Diego State Aztecs 1-0 to start the year against Utah State Aggies 0-1. San Diego State opened their season with a 34-6 win at home over UNLV. Put up 424 yards of offense, 287 of them coming on the ground. They allowed just 186 yards of offense to UNLV. Aggies opened up their season with an ugly 42-13 loss at Boise State. They were outgrossed 450 yards to 203 yards. San Diego State opening up as 7.5-point road favorites. This total at 45.5. Noli, you were looking at this game closely. What are you doing here?
I mean, once again, you talk San Diego State, that's something that you're going to see a lot is me talking unders. This was the most profitable team to the under last year, hitting at like an 83% clip. And here I expect the same thing this year. They ran the ball 46 times, good for almost 300 yards. And you look, their quarterback, Carson Baker, 12 for 25, under 50% completion rate for just 137 yards. I mean, the guy, he looked a little bit better in the first half. They did take their foot off the pedal after taking a big lead. I think it was like 24-0 in the halftime last game. But you've seen it with their defense. This is a top 5 defense nationally, at least predicted to be. Last year, they only gave up 12.7 points per game. They returned 7 of those starters back on this team. And that's that's always been a stable for their team is their defense. You look at their head coach, Brady Hoke, comes back for his second stint here with San Diego State. And that's it lets you know that they're not trying to change their identity. They want to continue to be who they are, play defense, ground and pound, and win ball games. And that's their recipe. And for the other side, for Utah State, they're replacing their top passer, their top rusher, and their top receiver. A lot of things to ask for, and you saw they struggled against Boise State to do just about anything. They only were able to put together 203 total yards of offense, only 92 yards through the air. And to me, when I see this, kind of similar to what we were talking about in the last game, I expect San Diego State, albeit on the road, to be able to control this game and control the clock with their running game. I expect this game to be kind of similar to what you've seen in years past. Last year, 23-17, around the 40 total. That's what I like to see. And this is another under train with San Diego State that I'm going to be jumping on board and riding pretty much the whole season.
Noli knows on the Aztecs Aggies under. John Ryan, little Mountain West action to close out the show. San Diego State, Utah State. Anything for you here?
It's San Diego State. They have the better team on both sides of the ball. Utah State is making, although just playing one game so far, they're making a leap up of substantial size to take on San Diego State here. And this is a game that can get away from them pretty quick. San Diego State here, looking at the projections, could exceed 600 yards of total offense. Needless to say, if they do, in most cases, you cover the spread when that happens. Rushing could be over, both rushing and passing could be over 300. That's another scenario. Unfortunately for Utah State, their scenario is that both rushing and passing could be under 175 each. And that's not a recipe for success or a winning bet. So despite the line, I would have a lean on San Diego State here.
John leaning towards the Aztecs. CMAC, last game on the card before we get into best bets. Is there a move that interests you? San Diego State, Utah State?
I'd lean a little bit on the under. Noli has it at 46.5. Both teams are going to want to run it. Utah State doesn't know what they have yet. With Love gone, I was all over Boise State. I thought they're bringing back so many experienced guys last week. I laid it. They won easily. San Diego, it's a little it's over a touchdown. I think there's a little lean that way. I don't love that either. I mean, they played UNLV, and I know how bad UNLV is. So let's not, not so fast, my friends, So, but I'd lean to the under here. Aside, I don't really have it. I think San Diego State's the better team. Utah State, like I said, bad, trying to get offensively going, and their defense is better than their offense, but still not there yet. So we'll see. Week 2.